on workers.
Thank you, Kevin. I want to turn next to Arizona, where police are abusing the Brady list to discredit whistleblowers. What the hell is going on in Arizona?
All right, so you probably know Brady lists are kept to track dishonest cops and to ensure that prior misconduct is known within police agencies or even in the government. I presume that the prosecutors have access to these lists as well. Aren't they used, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they used to determine what cops would be called during trials so that you can prevent impeachment, because you want credible cops to get on the stand and not be attacked for their past misconduct. So that's helpful to prosecutors to try and bring the quote-unquote good cops, although I don't really believe that there are good cops and bad cops, but that's how prosecutors would describe them. In any case, in Arizona, this local ABC affiliate has been doing a series on the Brady lists and the way they are abused. And this one points to a story that is right in our wheelhouse for the show, examining a case involving a man named Phil Roberts, who was an officer who was put on the Brady list after he challenged the city's false and wildly inflated statistics for cartel-style ransom kidnappings that were manufactured to obtain millions in federal grant funds. So essentially, they were saying that there were almost every day cartel-style kidnappings happening in Phoenix, and they needed these federal grant funds to fight them. But Roberts was part of the home invasion and kidnapping unit, and he knew that these were false statistics that were being put forward. And so he blew the whistle, challenged the city, and a scandal erupted that local news media covered. And eventually, he was put under internal investigation for raising his voice. And that internal investigation, as this ABC affiliate documents, led to allegations being sustained, which means that the city, supposedly was able to validate these claims, although they're very bogus. So the first one was that, as ABC reports, that Roberts failed to follow the chain of command because he also sent his memorandums to other city leaders, like council members, so city council members. The second allegation was that Roberts made untruthful statements about fellow employees in his memos, which is something he denies. And the third allegation was that Roberts used city material for personal benefit or gain without permission. And then this, I'm not going to react with my own words. This is what ABC prints. Basically, in that final allegation, he was sustained for using the City of Phoenix bird symbol at the top of his memos and calling into the records department to get information from incident reports to support his claims. So Roberts said, because I wrote memorandums with the bird on it, I was using city resources for personal gain. Ludicrous. And essentially, he was fired for whistleblowing. Roberts sued, and eventually he got a settlement. And he even says he had a heart attack from all the stress. Then he got his job back. But when he got his job back, he was notified that he was now on the Brady list. And he immediately said, I want off of this Brady list. And the reply was, sorry, we can't do that. It's really being done. So he was put on this Brady list of dishonest cops. And eventually he kind of got forced into retirement, or he took on a kind of like honorable retirement, and he left. And so he's no longer a cop. But, this is, I think this points to something that I had not considered, which is another mechanism that departments would have in order to enforce that code of silence, in order to create that blue wall and intimidate cops. And we see throughout decades of history the kind of intimidation and harassment from anyone who, we can sit here and say, oh, what did you think the cops were doing? You became an officer. This is what they do all the time. But, there are people who go in, they don't realize what they're being asked to do. This happens in the U.S. military as well. And then they start to wake up and they want to exercise their conscience, and they believe that they can do so on the job. And what happens? The sledgehammer comes down quite dramatically. And this is one way, maybe more sophisticated and more subtle way that they can control police officers, because